Hello, 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 everybody. We're back again to finish the DKD receipt chain, first with CDKD05. It's Bible study locale. CDKD04, it's a knowledge-based, it's 3 words. If you think about it, where would they be meeting for Bible study? Meaning, what church would they be going to? Open Doors Church. Too easy. Number 35 posts this on the 17th of December, 1995, and it says, it's not good. It's really not good. That's not Nelson and Wanda anymore. Let me back up a bit. So I went to the Bible study with Nelson and Jan. The first problem I ran into, and I don't know why I didn't see this coming, was that the Galloways go to the Open Doors Church. So not only was I forced to be around Jan, I was in the same building as Padre and the Dark Triad. I did my best to sneak glances of the church with my new planchette, though I didn't want to get caught and accused of witchcraft or anything, so I never got a great look at things. Unsurprisingly, the Open Doors Church is linked to what I can only imagine is the Haunter Scold. There were lots of fire and brimstones, though there was also a surprising amount of neon and modern-looking skyscrapers. I couldn't actually pick out Mrs. Akka, Umbra, or Pleasant in their human forms. I also didn't directly see Padre as Bible study occurred during his Sunday Mass. What I did get to see was Nelsa and Wanda's eyes fill with shadows as they spoke in strange hypnotic tongues. Fun. So fun and so cool. Bible study, as it turns out, is definitely some sort of indoctrinating for the youth of the Open Doors Church. I'm sure I would have fallen for it too if I didn't have some built-up resistance to Umbra's magic. Once Nelson and Wanda went full Shadow Demon on me, I took a look at both of them through my planchette, and while they were both still human, the shadows clinging to them were fully controlling them like puppets on strings. I have no idea what they were saying, but the other kids in the room were parroting it back at them. All in all, it was a terrifying 20 minutes. Eventually, though, the shadows in their eyes leaked out, and they all slumped down in their chairs. A few minutes later, Jan came in to check on everyone and was irate that everyone seemed so dejected. Then this one really quiet, usually polite kid cursed her out. It was satisfying, sure, but very out of character. Jan then ran to get some help from the clergy, and I took that as my cue to get the hell out of there. I hope that Nelson and Wanda are, well, I hope they're still there under all those shadows. I might despise Nelson's mom, but he was always a decent guy. I mean, no one deserves to be possessed by a shadow demon. That reminds me, the voice entering from Nelson and Wanda, it wasn't Umbra's. I don't know if it was just distorted because it was being channeled through 2 bodies, but it didn't sound like him. We might be dealing with a whole different shadow demon who was working with Umbra and Padre. And the plot absolutely frickin' thickens. Next, we got another passcoded one with CDKD06, and the hint is a possessive shadow. It's knowledge-based, it's 1 word. I have no idea, so we're going to take a look. What is another term for shadow demon? You might need to look at the Zodiac files, more specifically the Everdark for this one. The specific type possesses innate objects. I don't know, so we're just going to find out. Shade. Okay, it's a shade. I don't want to go and look at stuff before I've already gone through everything else, so we're going to be a little bit out of order. This one is posted on the 18th of December by 53, and it says, if that doesn't scream shade, I don't know what does. For the newcomers, and 35 especially, shades are another type of shadow entity. They are known for lacking a physical form and thus must possess objects to have physical presence. Usually, they go for inanimate objects like dolls, skulls, masks, jewelry, little creepy porcelain clown statues, you know, the standard spooky fare. Under typical circumstances, shades only ever possess inanimate objects. It's really hard to battle for an animate object's consciousness. At most, there are some legends of a group of shades known for possessing animals. Maybe. I don't know if that's true or not, but it reeks of coffee I would sell. Even in a description of them, it sounds like these shades, maybe shades singular, could only hold control over Nelson and Wanda for 20 or so minutes. Still, that's 20 minutes longer than they should be able to unless something is seriously suppressing their wills. Which, of course, is probably thanks to Umbra. Or it might have something to do with another tall, dark, and handsome that's been lurking around Long Beach. Well, maybe not quite so dark, as I believe it is none other than Mr. White, purveyor of 10 extremely cursed and curiously needful things. I've been putting out fires left, right, and center this past week regarding items of questionable origin, many of which are indeed shade-infected items. You thought I was joking about the little creepy porcelain clown statue, huh? Unfortunately not. In any case, even if Mr. White is not involved directly, there's a good chance he can tell us a bit more about Padre's teen possessing shades. Also, we need to stop the influx of strange and unusual magical objects in Long Beach anyway. It's a win-win. I've had the secret looking into where exactly Mr. White can be found, but I think we can bump up that urgency now that Padre's got actual humans on strings. Yeah, I would probably feel the same way. Last one of the receipt chain, CDKD07. Password hint is what a good salesman doesn't pick. It would be from CCOTP04. I don't know which one that is, so I'm just gonna go look at what exactly the hints are. Last paragraph of CCOTP04, I don't know, so sides. Again, we don't want to be going into other receipt chains if we don't have to, especially ones that we haven't really, gone over. This one was posted on the 30th December 1995 by number 35, with the tab tabled until further notice. And it says, well, with the Augur Stone no longer in Umbra's possession, I suppose this receipt should be closed. I agree with 71 that we shouldn't let our guard down against Umbra either. So for now, I'm going to table this receipt. I hope that we won't have to pick it back up again anytime soon. Though, even if Umbra's recent plan has been stopped, there's still the problem of Nelson and Wanda and all the other kids Umbra's influence seeped into. I don't know much of Umbra is still in them. I mean, your eyes don't just get filled with shadows typically. Whatever he did to them had to have left some damage. I'm not even sure how I or we could go about fixing that, if it can be fixed. They might still be alive, which is more than I can say for Xavier, but I don't know. If anything, it's becoming very clear that the Open Doors Church, the Dark Triad, and Padre are not only willing to use tourists as pawns, but they have no regard for them as people. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that Satan and his demons don't care for humans much, but this is why we need to put a stop to their church and stop their plans. I guess all we can do now is prepare for whatever Umbra, Mothman, Redman, or Satan has next in store for us and hope that the owner is working out some way to undercut their dark dealings and stupid satanic panic. I hope this doesn't get picked up either, but we'll see where this goes in the next receipt chain, and we'll have to wait for that next week. Till then, sweet nightmares. I just wanted to take the time to thank my Patreons and channel members. Your support is so appreciated. If you are not a channel member or Patreon and you would like to become one, there's a link in the description below. All channel members and Patreons receive 24 hours early access to all content posted on both of my channels. And all Patreons or channel members of the $10 Hellhound tier can request one horror-related video or stream topic, or one horror-related game that I play on my live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel and the content that I make.